Hey guys, how's it going? Thad here with Iowa Budget RC. And so it's time to upgrade the holiday buggy. The other day, you might have saw in one of our videos, took this thing out, had it at the baseball park after Grayson's game. We were just running around the baseball park. All of a sudden it started making a weird noise and it stopped going places. So I pick it up and the motor fell out and was just dangling. So what happened was when I put this thing in here, there's, the two metal screws that go through, and then there's nuts back here that are captured in this motor mount adapter plate. And apparently I didn't put enough Loctite on them and they backed out. So it didn't cause any damage to any of the gears inside. I'm confident about that, but I had already planned on doing this, just wasn't planning on doing it yet. So I picked up the Tamiya, is this 18, the 18 tooth pinion gear, and the HPI Racing, what's this one called? This one's called the Firebolt. 15 turn should be more than sufficient for this. Should move this holiday buggy pretty good, give it a lot more power, a lot more torque, but not be overpowering on the gears. And I think it's going to be a good choice. I've heard good and bad about the HPI Racing stuff, but hey, the little 380 motor, it was time to go. It's only got a 10 tooth pinion on it, and just not much power. It's fast enough to be fun, but it could be a whole lot more fun, if you know what I mean. So this 540 edition will be pretty awesome. Let me get this thing out of the package and we'll actually look at the motor. Whole reason we're doing this is because RCL, our driver here, he doesn't want to go slow. He wants to win those races. He wants to go fast, right? So that's the whole reason we're hopping this thing up. All right, so let's check this out. So it's HPI Racing Firebolt 540 high performance 15 turn race motor is what they call it. Kind of reminds me of the old Trinity Monster motors, just the way the sticker is and the the layout of the motor. It feels really good. The way the brushes and stuff move in there, everything feels great. I'm hoping that since I'm actually using the to my opinion, that we're not going to run into any issues as far as gear placement and having to put spacers on there. If I have to use a spacer, I've got this washer here that is actually like the same size as the motor and has the almost perfect size hole in it. This big fender, industrial fender washer. I don't even know where the heck that came from. It's been rolling around in my truck for years, but I could drill a couple holes in that for the screws to go through, and that would be perfect. So if I do have to use a spacer, I'll use that, but I don't think I'm going to have to, because if you look, if you lay these side by side, kind of hard to tell, but from end of the motor to end of the shaft, the shafts are about the same length, and so I think that's going to work. All right, guys, so I'm back. Got the gear case cover off. As you can see, the spur gear and the drive gear look mint. Gears inside the case, let me shine a light in there, look perfect. Plenty of grease, probably too much, but One thing I just discovered is we have an 18 tooth pinion, and there's only options for 17 and 19. So yeah, so I'm gonna put this on the motor, I'm gonna put it in there, I'm gonna see how things mesh. Anyway, we're gonna see what we can do as far as making this work, because the only other pinions that I have are I have a 17 tooth, which I believe is this one here, but it's a different pitch, so don't think that's gonna work, and it's a whole lot smaller than that Tamiya one. So anyway, gonna put the pinion on the motor and see what we got. All right, well, I've got the 18 tooth pinion in the 19 tooth holes, and when everything is all together, I mean, it looks like it meshes okay and everything lines up. So that being said, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Loctite on the screws here, pull the set screw back out, put some Loctite on it, and we're gonna send it, see if it looks okay or runs okay. I think it will. I don't see a problem with it, and so anyway, just wanted to clarify that I think this is gonna work. All right, guys, got everything screwed in, Loctited down, got the pinion set, lines up pretty much perfectly, and I don't feel any kind of fitment issues running that 18 tooth versus the 19 or 17. Like I said, I was looking for a 17. They didn't have one, so I took a gamble on a 18. It works. So now I'm going to throw the gear case cover back on and get everything kind of back together, and we will do a little motor break in here. All right, guys, so we got the motor in. It works, and everything's going the right direction, forward and reverse. So I'm just using the throttle trim on the radio, and I'm just gonna let it sit here and run for a little while. So by doing this, I don't have to put my hand on the radio at all, and it's just breaking those brushes in. I'll let it sit here and run for probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. I'll go out and smoke a cigarette, let it run, come back, make sure everything's nice and cool, nothing's getting hot, everything feels good so far. I did discover that these Traxxas shocks are a scunion too long, and so I may take those off and take them apart and put a little spacer in them just to take that little extra bit of stress off of them, because right now they're making that ungodly noise, of course, of the U-joints binding, and that's exactly what it's doing, is it's just binding up a little bit. So all cool and nothing's hot. Anyway, I'll bring you back when the motor's broke in, and we'll take her out for a rip. All right, so before this thing we didn't want to rip around in the yard, and I think now it's going to, and our cat's out in the yard, so I'm going to try and chase him.
He's just watching that thing. We got a collar for him, and surprisingly, he doesn't really mind it very much.
Oh yeah, doing wheelies on the grass now.
It's much faster.
My servo's not working.
It's not?
Not correctly.
Is it steering on pavement or the dirt? The bare spots?
It's like it's not turning all the way, see? It should have much more turning, and I turn my dual rate up, and it gets even worse. If I turn it down, oh, wait. Okay, well, this radio must be, okay, this radio is opposite. So if you look on here, the dual rate is opposite. So right now I've got it turned all the way to the left. That's all the way up. So now she should steer like she should. Oh yeah.
Much better.
It's like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, wheelie?
There's two.
Big difference.
Way bigger difference. My turn.
All right, Grayson's having his go at it. Oh yeah, it's kicking dirt now, boy. You're gonna run yourself over. This time you can't blame me for hurting yourself.
Look at all that grass. Oh.
Yeah, man. All right, we're on Nightcrawler Raceway here, which needs a little bit of work. Grass is getting a little bit long around it. Got to learn to slow it down on those corners over there so you can actually make the curve. Oh yeah. Our driver, the RC Elf, is now a happy man because his car is hauling grass. All right, Grayson's gonna do a speed run here with the 540. Much, much faster, obviously. Car! Speed run number 2. Hit it, Gray. Crash and burn. All right, guys. Well, successful modification of the holiday buggy. Grayson's gonna jump it one last time on our big jump and roll it over. So with that, I'm Thad
I'm Grayson.
for Iowa Budget RC. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up.